Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, easy, 63. Carl up, get it.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, cross field. Strike. Check, strike.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you're taking away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Hey, check, back.
Here's Lance. And that is incomplete. Well, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. coming up.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This a 2nd and 8. They go play action with Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
63.
Here's Hurts to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Set, hut. Ultra.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They run it again with Cook, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Strike. Little check. Smash. Check, hut.
Cook up the gut. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Ready?
Up the middle, it's Cook. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. You look at this Eagle defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
And they'll get him down to about the 37, well short of the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the bigger...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Throwing is Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Eagles at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Smith catches left side. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Muscles him off. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. 63. He'll drop to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Meanwhile, Lance's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Red, cycle. Black, ultra. Set.
Lance looking to throw it. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now Lance going to throw. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him in a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Okay, right.
3rd and 3.
Hey, confused.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's go now.
2nd and 5. And Lance now to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build. And that's caught inside the 30. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, think of it like you win a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Still shedding tackles. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
No, no, no. Hey. That's right.
Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's almost
63.
second and goal.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ready?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball red.
Throwing now is Lance. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Lance to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Check, smash. Check, field. Smash.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37.
It's a gain of 20. And the Cowboy 1st down.
Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Shotgun now for Lance. And it is caught. And he gets gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now they send a man in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Eagles 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check, make it.
To throw, it's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Williams. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, 73, 73. 73, 73.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. Here we go. Ultra. Ultra.
Now Cook running right.
Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Play action, now it's Lance.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerry Jeudy, 37 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Hey, easy, 63, bad.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Throwing left side, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Hurts to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
At the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Lance. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A loss of 7 yards. Second down.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jerry Judy with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
8 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of only a yard.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
They go play action with Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Silver.
Hurts. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
It's 4th down.
73. Alpha.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
keeping it himself from 10 yards away.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They start the drive with Cook. A nice little juke. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Dallas.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Steal. Check steal. Ready?
Pollard gets it off the option. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Okay, ready?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Black Ultra. Hey, blue. Go pink. Black shot. Set.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Strike. Smack. Yellow.
Here's Lance.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb,
55 yards.
and the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
63.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is now 24.
14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Ready. Green Jack. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ready.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. That is caught. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
Let's go.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Slot man moves right.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Flight blue. Yellow, go. Blaster, stay. Yellow, zoom.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And this one is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance.
That ball caught by Slayton. Touchdown, Cowboys! Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Aubrey now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cowboys 52, Eagles 14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeForest Buckner gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Ready.
Lance now on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Aubrey now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cowboys 59, Eagles 20.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
17 yards.
But first down, Hurts. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
They have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Aubrey now for the point after.
The kicker on for the point after.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cowboys 66, Eagles 20.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, this has been...
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understand